All right, guys and girls, Louis Vandervalk here with Blue Crocus Solutions and Integrity Junk Removal. So I'm the co-owner of Blue Crocus Solutions. I started it back in 2019, brought on a partner and co-owner in January of 2021 of this year. And we have since started Integrity Junk Removal and Demolition together. We started it in May. So what this is going to be about is going to be some actionable tips for you guys to take on how you can start or optimize your junk removal business, or any business for that matter. There's some stuff that can be used across many industries that I'm going to be sharing here today. So I'm going to help you guys understand how to make more money off of your digital presence using organic strategies. This is some really cool growth that we've seen since starting in May. I'm going to take you on the journey from May through August. We started doing some paid ads and stuff after that, but I'm going to take you on the journey through those months and just break down step by step what we did and how you can do this stuff too to make more money. Okay, so hang with me here. I'm going to get my face out of the way. I'm going to put my face over here somewhere like that. And I'm just going to run you through this presentation. So I've pulled something together. I just wanted to have some sort of framework so I'm not wasting your time jumping all around doing this, that, and the other thing. But like I said, this is about how you can make more money using your online presence. Okay, so it's about specifically focused on integrity, junk removal, and demolition, our local business here. And then, how we use the skills that we use at Blue Crocus Solutions to work with contractors across the board. And, specifically junk removal in this case. Okay. So here's what you can expect. You can expect some website tips, some Google business listing tips, some local outreach hacks that I've discovered and kind of just made up as I was going. One of the things that we'll go through is different ways to reach out to people. Okay, so I say I made up this stuff as I was going. I've been telling contractors and clients that we work with, some of these concepts, but to be able to actually use them here on our own business has been really fun and really, really neat to see. We're going to show you how you can use YouTube as a way to get more real estate taken up on the search results. And at the end, I'm going to talk to you about, how we can help you, right? I want you guys to come away with a massive amount of stuff you can apply yourself. If you're too busy, if you're growing, if you're ready to go to the next level, we can help you with Google Ads, SEO, website builds, the whole thing. We've also got a custom software that wraps up everything that we're doing. It can integrate with your current CRMs and everything, but it can show exactly, specifically in the case of Google Ads, what value we're bringing to you, okay? So that's what you can expect. I'm going to get right into things here. So our business, our junk removal business was Integrity Junk Removal and Demolition, and we're located in Fredericton, New Brunswick. So for those of you who aren't familiar with where New Brunswick is on the map here, I know a lot of you are probably in the States. Most of our clients at Blue Crocus Solutions are in the States. Okay, so I'm pretty familiar. I was actually born in New Hampshire, and we moved up to New Brunswick here. So we're located right over here in New Brunswick. And you guys may be anywhere on this map here. Okay, so that's kind of the setup, and then we'll kind of zoom in here and we'll take a look. Specifically, we're based in Fredericton here, so we serve an area of about 100,000 people. So the Fredericton area here, and then Oromocto, New Maryland, all of this area basically in here. There's about 100,000 people in this area. Okay. So that's us there. We started this business in May of 2021. May of this year, we said, hey, there's a wide open market here. Our job is basically to look at markets, look at potential, how we can help people, how we can set up things to help people for lead generation and whatnot. We saw junk removal popped out as a really good option here locally. Okay, so we started it up, registered the business, started a website. That all started in May. I believe it was May 17th. We started before we were even really live. We registered the business and got insurance. We did a job. We rented a truck for the first job, and then it was off to the races. Okay, so we do junk removal, demolition, interior, exterior demolition, you name it. Blue Crocus Solutions. Who and what is Blue Crocus Solutions? That is our marketing agency. You can see here, obviously, Integrity is the junk removal logo, and Blue Crocus Solutions is down here. So Blue Crocus Solutions, I started in 2019. It is a marketing agency working with contractors and service businesses, located here in Fredericton as well. Okay, so we work with junk removal, asphalt paving, tree service, masonry, locksmiths, home remodeling. Those are our top services that we work with. And we do everything from web design, SEO, that's search engine optimization, pay-per-click, PPC, Google Ads, and some organic lead generation methods as well, okay? And we have a custom software that we use to basically help you to organize leads that come in, help you with follow-up, help you with automated texts if you don't pick up the phone, all of that good stuff, okay? So that's a bit about Blue Crocus Solutions. Like I said, May, we made $160 in May. There was a small job we did in May. We bought our domain, did our first job, rented the trailer, like I said. In June, we did $2,500. We bought the trailer. I have a comment here. I'm not sure what I was thinking of saying there. But we bought a trailer. It wasn't branded yet. Wasn't going. We bought a trailer, a dump trailer. We did go in on a dump trailer, and we're really, really glad that we did. I see a lot of people starting up with smaller trailers. That is awesome. Where we were at with, running other businesses, we wanted to have ease of use and everything. Okay. So we bought a dump trailer. In July, we bought a new truck. You'll see the truck that we were using. It just didn't have the power. And we did 10 grand in July. And in September, we did 15 grand. Okay. So we're starting to gain traction. We got branding on the truck in September, all of that stuff. Okay. So where we started, when we started in May, we had nothing online, no history of anything in the area. We started from scratch. I'll show you the picture of the truck here in a second. And we rented a trailer for the first couple of jobs from friends that we knew. We knew that we had a viable product. We got a couple of jobs under our belt. We're working out some money stuff, some financing stuff, bought the trailer and everything. Okay. But just to give you an idea of, just because we're a marketing agency, we didn't have a bunch of stuff set up, and your speed to set all of this up may differ. We were using some of our assets and team to do some of this stuff, but you can still implement this stuff even if it's on a slightly different scale. Okay. So this is where we started with an old truck that Ryan had actually restored. Ryan's my business partner. This is the trailer here. We got some sides on it. This was before the branding, and this is the truck here. It just turned out that the truck just didn't have as much power as we needed. This was a project Ryan was working on at the time. So we said, hey, we'll turn around and use it, save some startup costs. It just didn't end up being what we needed to do the hauling that we were doing. So we did end up getting a truck. Where we're now, obviously the website's live, the Google business listing's live. We've got a truck. And we've got calls and email quotes pouring in. It's 80 to 100 calls or like requests, whether they be calls or email quote requests off the site. So things are busy. Things are going well. This is a picture of the truck, the new truck we have with our trailer. We have branding on the truck. We have branding on the trailer. Here's a closer look at the trailer. I think it's quite pretty. We've got a little QR code for people to book. Because sometimes we'll leave this at jobs, so it just gives people an easy way to get in there, and then our branding. Okay, all right. So that's enough of the the fun fluff there. I want to get into what it is that we did and how this can affect you. Okay, so website, Google business listing. We'll get into some backlinks, all of that stuff, some pretty technical SEO stuff. But let's jump right into the website here. Okay, so for a website, I will pull up our website so you can see that. So this is our website. We have built out a lot of content on this page. I'm going to talk about that in a bit as far as building some authority for your website, some authority for what you do and where you do it. Okay. So, we scroll down here, see what we do, see our customers, all of that good stuff. Okay. So if you search junk removal Fredericton right now, we're running Google Ads right now. Just for some increased traffic. There's our Google business listing. We've got 41 reviews, all 5-star. Our website is ranked right under here. So, it shows up pretty much 1 or 2 for every search that you do. We've got a lovely site here built out. We've got tons of pages. I'm going to talk about this more, so take notes on this. We do a page for every single service that we offer. I do a lot of audits for people in various industries, and one of the things I see is that they just have minimal content on their page, and so I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get right into this here with all of this as far as the website and whatnot. So what you do and where you do it. Okay, this is an incredibly important concept for Google, because this is where you're building authority with Google. Okay, so when someone is searching online, this is a little bit of some basic SEO training, and nothing with SEO is rocket science. It's all fairly straightforward. You just got to know what to do and do enough and do it consistently to be effective. Okay, so what you do and where you do it, it's an acronym that we use a lot around here. Wodauti, I think we're the only ones that have coined that term. But everything on your website has to tell Google where you work, what you do, and who you serve, okay? Because when someone is searching for junk removal in your area, Google is pulling from the millions of websites that are out there and trying to match up the person who's searching with a website or a service business who does the service that they're looking for, okay? So you've got to tell Google what you do and where you do it. Wodauti. Remember that. That is extremely important, okay? So I'm going to refer back to that in everything that I talk about here. So on the website, you need to optimize a few things. You need to optimize your title tags, your metadata. If we just go to the home page here, the main things that we're, our favorite types of jobs are junk removal, shed demolition, construction debris removal, etc. Okay, so we have optimized our title tag, and that is the bit that shows up here on the tag. It's also, if you go here, it's what you can see when your site shows up in the search results. Okay, so junk removal, shed removal, construction debris removal, and this is the metadata. This bit down here is the metadata, and that is also extremely important. So you want your title tag and your metadata to talk about what you do and where you do it. Okay, so you can see in here we have Fredericton along with the services in the title tag, and then we have Fredericton along with the services here in the metadata. Okay, H1 tags. H1 tags are on your site. If we just hop over to the site here, this is our H1 tag. Okay, so same day or next day quoting and junk removal in Fredericton. That is the next thing Google looks at. So it looks at your title tag, looks at your metadata, and then it looks at your H1 tag. And then it starts, just going down the page, looking at this, looking at the content of your page, looking at the services you provide. It's very clear that we work in Fredericton. Okay, we list out the different services we do, and these link out to all these different service pages. Okay, so once again, this is talking about what we do and where we do it. It's incredibly important. All of the commercial stuff, all the demolition, all the residential stuff that we do. We have a page, and you can go on and look here. We have a page that's built out specifically around yard waste removal. We're going to talk about YouTube here in a bit and how effective that can be. But yeah, H1 tags. Contact form. You want a contact form and phone buttons to be present as soon as you land on the site. Okay, so we'll go back to the home page here. So someone jumps in, any page that they're on, if they're on our pricing page, if they're on our what we take page, they see this, our brand obviously, but they can call us immediately, and they have a quote form that they can enter their info, what they need for the job, upload an image, etc. Okay, that is really, really important. You want people to be able to call you right away, get in touch with you right away, because they've got a need, they want it fulfilled. They don't want to, be searching around for how to get in touch with you. People aren't lazy necessarily, but we're very conditioned now to have, the least amount of work that we can do possible, the least friction we can to get to where we're going. It will help you to convert more people. Okay, we already talked about content a little bit. We talked about, all the service pages that we have here. We have some pages that don't show up in the navigation here. So we serve Ormocto, New Maryland, Nakawik, etc. So we have pages built out with like 1,000 words on each page for each one of those service areas. Because we want that page to show up when someone's searching in Nakawik. We want that page to show up when someone's searching in Ormocto. So we've really dialed in the SEO on those particular pages, because everyone talks about your website ranking, but in reality, it is each page on your website that is ranking. Typically, most people spend the most time and effort ranking the homepage, but you can rank various other pages, right? So if I do shed teardowns, I think you'll find here, well, this is really good because I'm going to be talking about this here in a second, but shed teardowns, that is a specific page It's our main domain, and then the sub page is the one that's actually ranking here. Okay, and we're going to talk about YouTube here in a little bit, because this is a strategy that we use a lot. Okay, backlinks. Backlinks are when someone in a relevant niche or in a relevant area links back to your site. Okay, so an example of that would be, I've reached out to various people in the area that I know and that I want to, to help us with backlinks, right? So I basically got them to feature us on their site, friends and partners. This links back to Fredericton's best junk removal and demolition company. Okay, I've gotten us on, the Fredericton Marathon. These are little hacks. You can reach out to people and get them to feature you on their sites. We were a sponsor for that got us a link back to our site. Okay, so this is a way we're building more trust with Google now. We're building trust with the fact that, okay, people who, sites that are clearly in Fredericton, it's the Fredericton Marathon, they're linking back to Integrity Junk Removal. That's a good sign. That's a good thing. Not quite sure what's going on here. Looks like I've frozen a little bit. But that's a good thing. You want to be building that awareness and that authority with Google. Okay. So let's hop back in here. So other ways you can get backlinks: reach out to your local suppliers or people you partner with and say, hey, can we write a review of your company? Services that you've offered for us. Can we write a review of that and leave? And then can you post that on your site? It helps them, gives them some testimonials, and then get them to link back to your site. Okay, so there's a bit there on the website. Google Business Listing. This is very important. Google Business Listing is a very, very important bit here, and everyone should be taking advantage of this. If you're not, you're missing out on money, and you're not going to make as much money as you could. Okay, I'll put my face down there. With your Google Business Listing, we haven't even fully optimized this, but I'm going to show you some stuff. Our market is not the hardest market to get into, okay, from a SEO perspective, and from ranking here online. So we've done a lot of stuff. It's done very well. We're slowly picking away at the other stuff, but I want to give you guys all the tips that you can do to give your every advantage. Okay, so first thing, make sure that your description is filled out fully, talking about what you do and where you do it. We talk about junk removal and demolition, Fredericton, greater Fredericton area, junk removal, interior, exterior, car and truck hauling, etc. Okay, so that's really important. For you guys, get people to ask questions, get friends and family to ask questions. Hey, do you do furniture removal, or do you do a deck demolition? Do you do shed demolition? Get people to ask those questions on your site, and then you can go into your Google Business Listing and answer those questions. Okay, so this is more user-generated content that Google's giving you a spot to use. So you got to use it. You got to take advantage of that. Okay. Reviews. Get as many reviews as you possibly can. Every customer you work with should be a review, or should be asked for a review. So we've got a lot of reviews in here, and then in your replies to reviews, this is another edge that you can do. Okay, so thanks for the great review. It was a pleasure being able to deliver your new appliance and remove the old one in Fredericton. Okay. Here's some other replies. Glad to see you to get your junk removed, Fredericton. We're talking about what we did and where we did it. Very important. We're going to catch up here on the replies a little bit. But in your replies, the more promptly you can reply, the better. It shows you're active. It shows you care about people's input. It shows Google that you care about this. Okay. For the pictures, before you upload the pictures to Google, rename these pictures on your computer. Name it to what you did and where you did it. I'm saying this over and over, and I will continue to keep saying it. This picture could be named mini home junk removal clean out, or clean out of a mini home in Fredericton. Okay, to talk about what we did and where we did it. This would be a bunch of household junk going to the dump in Fredericton. This was a commercial clean out job that we did in the mall. So it would be, you know, Regent Mall commercial clean out, right? So these are all things, you know, household debris, construction debris clean out in Fredericton. Rename those picture files, and then that actually helps you to rank your Google business listing because you're telling Google once again what you did and where you did it. Really, really, really important. Wodowdy is your friend here. Okay. Products and services. We've talked about Q&A, replies, description, picture optimization. That this is big. We've seen some major movement with clients when we do this. Reviews, replying. What did we miss here? Q&A. Oh, products and services. Okay. So we haven't. We were trying a few things out to see what we actually needed in this market, but products and services looks like this. We have this set up here. We don't use our Google business listing for a ton of leads, but it's just some more social proof. We've got some Google reviews on here, but this is an example of product placement or filling it out. Okay, so you just add a picture in here, and then you can fill out up to 5,000 characters, I believe. It's at least 1,000, but fill this out. Talk about what you do, where you do it, how you can help people, all of that stuff. Google is providing all these areas for us to provide content. So take advantage of them, guys. This is something most of your competitors aren't going to be doing. Adding the pictures and renaming them is something most of your competitors aren't going to be doing. Doing the Q&A, getting family and friends to do Q&A and then answer it with what you do and where you do it. That's something a lot of your competitors are not going to be doing. Replying to reviews with the what you did and where you did it and weaving that into the response, another edge. Okay. So I think that goes through the Google business listing side of things. Here's a shot. You know, I didn't want to just say, oh, we're getting tons of calls. This is a shot. We have everything set up on tracking numbers so that we can see it's just how we operate all our clients. We're basically treating this business as a client. So this is, you know, 78 total calls. Looks like 51 unique calls in this time period. That was August. And then it would have been at least 25 I think I didn't pull it up because it's harder to collate it there without a ton of blurring out of features. But I believe it was 25 or 30 email quote requests that came off of the website. You know, the quote form there, the contact form. Okay. So this is some of the results that we're having just by checking off these things that I'm showing you here. Getting featured on other people's websites for your website, which gives you a backlink, adding content, all of that stuff, optimizing your site there. And if you guys have questions, I'm going to take this opportunity here. Shoot me a message if you want me to look through your site. If you want me to look at your site and see what's going on and offer you some tips, I am more than happy to do that. I can't do 50 in 1 week, but shoot me a message. I'll put it on a list and I'll slowly peck away at it. If it's urgent, you know, and you want to really get something, you know, we can figure out something where I just do a quick audit. It usually takes me 15 minutes, so we can figure out a nominal fee because my time is worth something, but I do want to give back to people, right? So shoot me a message if you want me to look at your site and just say, hey, these are some things that you can do specific to your location, specific to what your competitors are doing that I would do if I were doing this. Okay. YouTube. Let's get to YouTube. This is a very, very valuable resource that we have found to take up more real estate on these search results. Okay. So if we look at shed teardowns, so you're going to see here something very interesting. You're going to see, okay, there's a shed builder that comes up, and then our Google business listing is optimized in the services in the back end for shed teardown. We've got a page around it. We've got a page for deck demolition. And then what do you see? You've got a ton of videos. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. I have to look into this here in a second. But we're taking up 5 different spots on the search results for shed teardowns just on YouTube. Okay. A lot of people don't know this, but YouTube is the second largest search engine after Google. It's owned by Google. So if you can play in their playground and do the things that they want to do, they want to keep people on their platform. They don't want people going over to Facebook. If there's content that they can send people on YouTube that helps them to understand, you know, what they need, Google's going to do that. Okay. So how did we do this? How did we get so much real estate taken up for shed teardowns? I think deck demolition has a bunch as well. We show up there in the Google business listings. We're there. Once again, this is a sub page. I was talking about all those service pages, really, really important. We've got a YouTube video there. We're on 3 best rated. Like, there's a bunch of different areas, but the YouTube video is what I wanted you to see there. We're taking up, it's a visually appealing thing that jumps out at you, okay? There's a deck video. What's going on? You know, deck demolition in Lincoln, integrity junk, okay? So let's just go over to YouTube and let's, you know, take a look. What's going on here with integrity junk? What have we done? And how can you do this, okay? So this does not have to be some fancy thing that you do. You don't have to be a web designer or a graphic editor. You don't have to do anything crazy like that. We use a simple program called Animoto. Okay. Ryan would have done this. He just shot this video quickly on his phone. There are apps that you can do to do time lapses. It's not a complicated process. And basically you can just set this up, you know, shoot some time lapse videos. If you go back, you know, we've got a bunch of different types of videos, but it's in the optimization of the videos that I want to take a look at here. Okay, and this is something we've used for multiple clients to get to take up more real estate. Okay, so we've got a variety of them. Some of them are just slideshow videos where it's just random pictures put together from jobs. And you know, I'm going to do a video specifically on YouTube. If you have questions around YouTube, let me know. Because you may think you know how to use YouTube just to put a video up there. There's a lot of stuff. I'm going to be doing a video on that specifically, on how you can use YouTube to really drive some traffic to your site. Okay, this is, you can see it's just a slideshow. Okay, but we have, you know, it's optimized for Fredericton. It talks about what we do and where we do it. Another thing here, you can link back to your website, your Facebook page, your Instagram, your Twitter, all of that stuff, and you can get, it's a backlink. It adds more authority. It builds more authority. It builds more cohesiveness of your brand across all the platforms that Google's looking at and all of that, okay? So guys, if you're not using YouTube, start using YouTube. Put out a video a week. This is going to be an effective way to talk about what you do and where you do it. We have on here all the service pages that we have. You know, we've got, trying to think, like if we go to shed teardowns, we embed these YouTube videos on the bottom of our pages. Okay, so that's another way to just link up our different assets. People can go there, they can go over to YouTube. It's just a more cohesive brand all across. Okay, so definitely don't sleep on YouTube. Take advantage of YouTube and see what you can do. Reach out to me if you have questions about YouTube. You want to set up your channel properly. You know, let's just take a look at that. You know, we've got our channel set up. You know, our about section talks about, you know, everything that we do. It links back to our sites. We've got our websites linked up here. We've got our everything linked there. Each video, like I said, is set up with keywords and whatnot, tags in the background. If you're looking for ways to research keywords on YouTube, TubeBuddy, okay, it's a free thing that you can use to help you. It's free. There's a paid version as well. We just use the free one, to be honest. Let's just look here, unless it's changed. Could have sworn we had something here, but maybe we pay the $7.20 a month. But basically, it allows you to look at what other people's videos are ranking for, what tags they have, all of that stuff. And then you can put that in the tags, you can put it in the content, all of that good stuff, okay? Really, really useful stuff there. Okay, so we've gone through the website, we've gone through the Google Business Listing, we've gone through YouTube. Those are our 3 pillars, okay, for digital strategy. We use Pinterest as well. I won't get into that here, but you know, you can go on Pinterest, you can start adding videos. All the videos you put on YouTube, you can put on Pinterest. All the videos you put on YouTube, you can put on Vimeo. And you can optimize them for slightly different things. And you can actually get like most of the page taken up by YouTube videos and then a bunch more taken up by Vimeo videos or Pinterest references, okay? Other strategies that we've used, Facebook group posting. We post on our page fairly regularly. I think it's daily now with integrity junk removal. And then the best post that performs from that week, I will do Friday at 5. I will post it into 3 or 4 buy and sell groups here locally. And we get jobs off of that. The reason I do it at Friday at 5, that is what I've found is the best time I've sold a lot of stuff on Facebook, and I've tested a lot of different times that you can launch an ad on Facebook Marketplace. And Friday at 5, obviously in your time zone, seems to be the best. People are getting off work. People want to kick back. People want to just relax. And they're probably scrolling Marketplace if they're that sort of a person. And they may see your ad in one of the groups, or you can post to Marketplace as well. Okay. Craigslist. We use Kijiji. It's called Kijiji up here in Canada, but same idea. Advertise your stuff on Craigslist. You're gonna get hits off of that. Post on your personal page. Don't be afraid to talk about this with your friends and family. They may not know you started a junk removal page or a junk removal company. And then, I mean, it was something I saw here, and so I quickly rectified this. I mean, I saw other junk removal companies coming into my street for the neighbors, and so I was like, all right, I got to tell the neighbors. Okay, people don't know what you're doing until you tell them. Emails to realtors. This is something that I've really started to leverage. I did an email blast. I pulled a list of emails of all the realtors here in Fredericton. If someone wants a list pulled, I will do that. Okay, the first 5 people that reach out, I'll pull a list for you in your area of all the realtors, and then you can have all their email addresses. We just use a tool that we use for a lot of other stuff to pull email addresses, and then you can send off emails. And I'll even give you, some of a script there if you want, to just say, hey, we're looking to connect up with you if you guys have any projects or any clients that need help. Door hangers. We do door hangers. It's something we got into in about the 3rd month. And then connect with realtors. There's probably realtors that want to be featured on your door hangers, and they'll pay for the whole thing. Okay. Realtors can spend a lot of money because if they make a sale, it serves them well. Okay, we're getting flyers done up to go into the realtor packets for every single home that they onboard. The person who owns that home typically gets a packet, so we want to be in there as their junk removal partner. Gift card giveaways. I emailed and contacted a bunch of local restaurants and got a bunch of gift cards. So we would launch that on Facebook and just do a giveaway. So people had to share the post, tag their friends, all of that, and get some more. People coming over to Facebook, seeing what we're doing. So we're kind of hitting it from all the angles there, right, guys? So I'm trying to think of anything else that I've missed. I'm sure I'll think of other stuff, and I might do an additional video to this. But basically what we talked about is the website, your Google business listing, and YouTube. If you outfit those properly, you will get a lot of business if done right, okay? I'm here to help. I would love to help you, audit what you've got going. Give you some help. Of course, we'd love to work with you. That's not the point of this. I want to see everyone out there crushing it and getting as much information as you can from someone who's done it and has been in the trenches right there with you. Okay. So yeah, website, Google business listing, and YouTube. Use those. Use Facebook as well. Use Pinterest. Use Vimeo. Use all the different stuff we talked about. If you guys need a website, give us a shout. If you need Google ads, give us a shout. We've got some incredible. We just started running Google ads actually for here to test out some of the different campaigns that we're doing, and have been running for other people, and we're getting ridiculous cost per click and conversion rate. Okay, so the first day we set it up, we got 3 leads, and it cost us $2. So it was pretty good. We were pretty happy with that. But if you need anything like that, you need a software to manage your leads, give us a shout. But I really, really hope that you haven't just listened through this thing and been like, cool, that's awesome. Get out there and do this. What would make me the absolute happiest is not if you come on as a client for us. What would make me the happiest is if you get out there and you implement this stuff and then message me 2 months later and say, dude, this changed our business. Let's go. Okay. That is why I'm doing this. It fires me up doing this stuff. I love sharing the knowledge I've gathered over the years working with contractors and getting a lot of training. So I want to see some action takers, and I want to see you put this into practice. So appreciate all of you. Appreciate you sticking around if you've made it to the end here. Put this stuff into action and don't hesitate to reach out. You can connect up with us here at bluecrocus.ca. You can contact us through there. Our phone number's all over the place. You can connect on Facebook. You can find me, Louis Vandervalk, on Facebook. So just search Louis Vandervalk there. I'll put my name here so that you can just kind of, where is it here? Yep, there's my name, Louis Vandervalk. Connect with me on Facebook, or Ryan Grice as well on Facebook. We would love to connect up with you and help you in any way we possibly can. So guys, have an amazing day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is where you are. put this stuff into action and keep trucking and keep building your business. Cheers.